Hey, what's up guys? I'm Kevin Eknes, a Norwegian guitar player based in Nashville, Tennessee. By request, today we're going to take a look at how I incorporate melodic minor into other modes and such. Let's check out an example solo of using melodic minor over Dorian. And so right now we're in the key of G, and the backing track is in G Dorian, and we're superimposing G melodic minor. And this backing track is taken from my modal lesson, Art of the Modes, chapter 1, that's available on my website. You need to check that out if you're unfamiliar with Dorian. If not, then let's dig into it. So looking at both Dorian and melodic minor, they're very, very similar. There's only one note that differs, which is the minor 7 in Dorian or the major 7 in melodic minor. And therefore, a good way to practice it is to take every scale shape of the Dorian that you know, and then just raising the 7th and going back and forth between the two of them. For example, and so what I did there is just going ascending, we're doing Dorian, descending, we're doing melodic minor, and you could also do it vice versa. For instance, you could do, let's say we're doing Dorian over the first 2 string sets and then melodic minor over the next 2 and back and forth. And just any way that you could kind of incorporate how melodic minor looks when you're playing Dorian, and that way you're gonna know where that odd note is. So whenever you want to use that melodic minor spice, that's kind of a more of like an outside flavor, then you know exactly where to go. So in other words, you could use melodic minor over anywhere that you're using Dorian, basically. Now let's take it a step further and use it over Lydian. And the Lydian backing track we're using is actually from Art of the Modes, chapter 2. So I encourage you to check that out if you're unfamiliar with Lydian. If not, what we're gonna use is Lydian Augmented, which is one of the modes of melodic minor. And basically it's a Lydian scale, but we have a sharp 5 instead of the natural or perfect 5 that we usually get in Lydian. So listening to that, it's kind of more out a little bit. It's more of an acquired taste, in my opinion. It's a little bit harder to wrap your head around, just kind of orally for it. Something that has to do with that is because of the composite minor scales. A minor scale can kind of be like a little composite scale of all the different minor modes. Like you could have Phrygian, Dorian, Aeolian, harmonic, and melodic minor, and they all kind of sound somewhat the same because minor is such a strong kind of a thing. While the major 7 sharp 11 chord, which Lydian is derived from, isn't stable in the same way, or it's very, very stable, but it's not as open to other flavors because Lydian, as we talked in Art of the Modes, is such a natural kind of occurrence that it's so stable that anything that kind of differs from it a little bit is going to sound kind of awkward. But use it sparingly, and it's an incredible flavor that you could add to all your Lydian licks. Let's check it out. So here again, Lydian ascending, Lydian augmented descending, vice versa. And you could do like any kind of alteration between those as you would want. Remember to take it through all the scale positions and just practice how you can go back and forth between the two of them. Well, thanks for hanging out today. I hope that sheds some light on how I incorporate melodic minor into the more kind of standard modes and so forth. If you want more examples of it, that could in the future potentially come as a lesson package or so. Let me know in the comment field below what you think of it, like what kind of interest you have for it, and until then, I'll see you soon.